The last couple of weeks there are a lot of videos placed on YouTube. That doesn't make a lot of sense. And one of the videos that's going around from a big time YouTuber, or multiple big time YouTubers, is how to ripen unripe peppers. In one of his videos he's explaining that you have to remove flowers. Other YouTubers or other influencers are claiming that you have to remove leaves. And the worst kind of YouTubers are the ones that say, well, you have to remove branches or cut the plant and hang it upside down. Okay. It's a very weird thing to do with pepper plants, especially at the end of the year. In the beginning of the year, when a plant is small, especially here in Holland, in the Netherlands, you don't want the plant to fruit too early. And there's a reason for it. When it's fruiting too early, it's going to create very small but ripened fruits that aren't fully developed. So by removing some flowers, you are promoting a plant to grow more and therefore produce fruits at the end of the year, where the fruits are bigger. However, some influencers, I'm not going to say any names, say that, well, by removing the flowers, all the energy is going back in the fruits so that they are going to ripen. But it doesn't work like that, especially here in Holland, especially in cold places. When it's cold enough for the person that's watching this video that he is concerned about the peppers on the plants, it's probably too late, and he has to remove the peppers from the plant, place the peppers in a basket inside in a warm area where it's light enough, and actually there's enough lights, and the peppers will ripen without the need of a plant, because most of the peppers that are big enough already will start ripen when there's a temperature difference between cold and warm. And that's also the reason why in the beginning of the season, especially here in Holland, when it's cold and the switch turned on, it's summer, a lot of people are complaining that all the small peppers starting to ripen within a couple of days. And yeah, temperature makes a lot of difference. Removing flowers, removing leaves, removing branches, or even cutting the plant in two and hanging it upside down, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, because a lot of those techniques are from the Dutch herb section, so cannabis. And well, fruits ain't grass, so the way of growing stuff is way different. And peppers and tomatoes are some of the fruits that don't need any help from the plant when they're big enough and developed enough to ripen, because you can remove them from the vine and put them in a basket, place them somewhere hot or warm or above 18 degrees Celsius, optimal 21 degrees Celsius, and you will see them ripen within a couple of days. It's basic biology. No need for removing leaves, no need for removing flowers. I do know a lot of people that are searching for the answers about how to get more peppers from the plants and fully ripened on the vine and all that stuff. But people have to understand, the biggest harvest from most of the peppers and most of the tomatoes is about a month ago. So a couple of weeks to a month ago. It's not now. Everything you harvest from now forward, it's just a bonus. All the peppers or tomatoes that are still outside, that cannot survive frost, will get damaged eventually if you're not fast enough, and removing some leaves or flowers don't do shit. There's a saying, I don't know if it's universal or if it's just Dutch, it's work smart not hard. So why the hell are people removing the flowers, removing the leaves, removing stems, stalks, branches, whatever, and waiting for a couple of days in the hopes that the peppers are going to get ripen, and then again they have to remove something from the plant? Isn't it easier just to remove the fruits? I don't know. I work in a greenhouse, a big one. I know a couple of greenhouses that have a couple of million peppers and tomato plants. The bosses that walk around, or management that walk around, ain't gonna say from, hey guy, can you walk over there and remove the little flowers or remove the little leaves, because maybe the fruits are going to ripen faster. Those guys are growing millions of plants, millions of dollars. So the easiest thing to do is remove them, put them in a basket, put them somewhere warm, and they will see that the peppers are going to ripen by themselves. The amount of work that some YouTube influencers in 2023 are doing is just absurd. They're claiming to do so much with their plants to get a little bit more product out of them, and giving the information to their peeps, to their followers that are doing this, it's just astounding. The amount of work just to remove all the flowers, it's a lot of work, especially at the end of the season. A lot of people also do that at the beginning, and I'm one of those people, because some pepper plants, especially Shenan's or Carolina Reapers in Holland, need a little bit of more help. And it's a lot of work by removing the leaves or removing flowers. It's just astounding. And giving the information that peppers will ripen faster when you remove flowers or leaves. Just remove the fruit. It's the easiest thing in the world. You only have to touch the plant once, and after that you can do whatever you want. You can do a couple of things. You can remove all the fruits and leave it be, put the plant on compost and reuse the compost next year, or overwinter the plant, and maybe you get some more fruits the next year. But all that work, all the information from every YouTuber on the internet that's just making a buck by promoting videos that doesn't make a lot of sense, I don't get it. Yeah. So when you see these, just remove them from the plant when it's at the end of the season, and eventually they will get ripened, because an unripened, fully developed pepper will ripen eventually. It's biology. That's all.